Hello and welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm your host, Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. If you'd like to learn more about me or my online Reiki classes, social media, Discord, or Crystal Shop, go ahead and click the description. It's all there. I'm so happy to have you all with me today on basically on the heels of this new moon. So happy to have you all. So if you are new here, welcome in. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you're watching this on the replay, know that you're guaranteed just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, all the regular days and times are listed in the description. If you are here live with me, go ahead and click that live chat button. And feel free to make any requests for your personal healing that you happen to have. You can be very general or very specific. You can request crystals or let me select them for you. We will start out by building a beautiful crystal grid to the requests of everyone that is here. And at about the 40-minute point, we will transition into a brief explanation of Reiki and then right into a 25-minute quiet music, beautiful lights session to hit you wherever and whenever you happen to be watching this. If you'd like to skip right ahead to the healing and you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and just move the timer into the point where you see the lights begin to shift and enjoy. So yeah, everyone that's here, I'm so glad that you are. Let's see your requests. Cora Carr, Jennifer, good to see you both. Let's dive right into the grid. So let's see what we got for you. Fantastic. So glad you both are here. So let's see. We've got depression and insomnia. Absolutely. We'll totally support you in that, Jennifer. And Cora Carr, we have intentions for weight loss, prediabetes, and cardio health. Absolutely. Gotcha there. As well as support for Greg and Susan. Greatest, highest good for future someone, and well-being and happiness for your mom. Absolutely. And I love that we're always requesting the greatest, highest good for each other, even when we're not here or we run a little late. This community is absolutely incredible. So let's see. Let's dive right in. So Jen, you had some requests. Blue Aura Quartz. I was absolutely going to pick that for you. I'm so glad you requested it. And Rhodonite, Apache Tears, Sunstone, Moonstone. You got it. Sunstone. And Moonstone. Absolutely. Okay. So let's start with Moonstone, given that it is a new moon. Moonstone rather is connected very much with, surprise, surprise, the lunar cycles. And in that, many of the cycles of water and movement on our planet, the cycles of ebbing and flowing, this helps us to connect with the rhythms of nature or reconnect with the rhythms of nature, but also in terms of intuition, reconnecting with what is our natural connection to all that is, to feel, see, and sense what is there. It's also very much linked with the High Priestess in the tarot. So we'll go ahead and bring that in. If you feel out of sync, this is a great stone to work with. And also especially helpful on new and full moons. Apache Tear is a very specific type of black obsidian, and we do happen to have that here. Black obsidian is a type of, and really all obsidian is a type of volcanic glass. Through volcanic activity, it shifts things like the silicates and the sand into a form of glass. And this particular dark black style, if you were to hold it up to a bright light, you would kind of see a little bit of light through it. This is particularly helpful for anything involving processing grief, processing trauma, as well as being protective. And it can also help us to metabolize grief and anger, even literally. This can help cool off really hot, upset digestion as well. So yeah, this is whether it's trauma or physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of the above. It's a very helpful stone. Also grief. So let's go ahead and put that right here in our copper. Copper, by the way, helps to get the energy flowing, helps to break up blockages, get things moving. Aqua aura quartz is clear quartz that's been processed in a man-made process with metal, in this case I believe titanium, and it's thought to be very helpful for depression. And I never really thought much of the man-altered stones until I was gifted this, and I do struggle with depression myself. This stone has been amazingly helpful for me, and I hope it's as helpful for all of you. When we have sunstone, this helps expand our vision of who we are into this place of there really is no limit. When we want to start to set intentions for the future and where do we want to go, who do we want to be, and we have sort of limiting self-perceptions, whether they've been absorbed from parents or from society, no matter where they've come from, this helps us to sort of blow those out of the way and really, in a way, kind of brainstorm what is the best, highest possible version of ourselves in the future. So yeah, this is an excellent and powerful stone to help us with, especially those of us with lack of self-confidence, to go ahead and start to see more potential for ourselves. Violet Integration, welcome. Okay, Violet Integration, absolutely. Hi, Karen, long time no see. Gotcha, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of us are struggling today. A lot of intense stuff. Also, Rhodonite, gotcha. Rhodonite is excellent for things like allergies and autoimmune issues, as well as the lungs. On the physical level, on the emotional level, this is unrequited love, opening our heart to love and support after heartbreak and grief. It can be helpful for anyone who's processing or in a way emotionally opening up after emotional abuse or anything like that. This helps to open a broken heart up to receiving love once again. So yeah, Rhodonite is very, very powerful and helpful. Let's bring that in. For Violet Integration, the black obsidian that's there now, that's right here, this can be exceptionally helpful for helping us to feel safe and protected, especially right after something that's traumatic. So it would be the stone I would pick for what you just requested immediately. And so it's already out. So just know that that also supports you. I'm so sorry for what you're going through. And I'll think of some other stones too. Weight loss, prediabetes, cardio health. Yeah, absolutely. Serpentine is helpful for diabetes, prediabetes, hypoglycemia, any of that kind of stuff. We've also got, it's great for calcium and magnesium deficiency, as well as muscle cramps and pains, which is all stuff that I personally struggle with. It's also helpful for anybody who's dealing with like wanting to get more from their trance meditation or visionary meditation, even shamanic journeying. This can be very helpful. So I'm going to bring that in for you. Okay, so that's serpentine. You've also requested clear quartz, rose quartz, amethyst, Labradorite. Amethyst helps us to take responsibility of what's ours and let go of responsibility for things that are not ours. It helps to break up patterns around dependency and codependency, things that are unhelpful. It also helps to bolster your sense of internal responsibility for yourself if that's something that you're having difficulty doing. This is also a wonderful stone of clarity and spiritual connection. So we'll bring in this amethyst. I'm going to go ahead and bring 2 of them in under the serpentine. Rose quartz helps to essentially flood in unconditional love. Anytime that we feel just left behind, empty, depleted, this is a stone that can just bring in that unconditional love where it's flooded in so much it becomes easier to accept it. We start to acknowledge on a very subtle spiritual level that there's no limit to unconditional love energy in the universe. We're not taking too much. So this is a stone that can help support things like reopening the heart center, repairing your sense of self, forgiving yourself, ultimate self-care, and being able to love and trust again too, if that's what's coming up for you. We'll bring these underneath the other serpentine. And for clear quartz. Clear quartz, all quartz is an amplifier, but especially clear quartz. This helps to amplify any intention that we have. It also helps to clarify and direct and focus the energy that we're looking to send out, whether it's a request from the universe, whether it's receiving. This is a stone that can help to, in a sense, direct that energy so precisely that it almost can illuminate more of what it means to us. So I feel like when I work with clear quartz in alignment with any kind of manifesting or any kind of spiritual work, I feel like the clear quartz in a way not only informs the energy of exactly where to go, it helps inform me around the intentions I've set and the requests I've set and what I need to do around them on my end. So I love working with clear quartz. Let's go ahead and put that under our orange sunstone. There we go. Perfect. Wonderful. So glad you are here. Labradorite is actually one I was going to bring in for Jennifer for insomnia as well. So I'm glad you requested it. This is a very common stone. We use this in almost every session recently. This helps us to get an intellectual understanding of the spiritual in a way that's very balanced. This can also help us in the mundane world in regards to finding the needle in a haystack in data, helping us to study, to remember, and to see the bigger picture of how things come together. It's also excellent for helping ground the intuitive energy that may come in for us, especially if it is interrupting our sleep. This is one of the best stones for insomnia and for better sleep, especially when it's combined with amethyst, which we already have here. Labradorite is another type of moonstone, so we're going to go ahead and put that right by our moonstone. I'm also going to bring in Iolite, as Cora Carr requested help with weight loss. This is also another stone that can help us with sleep, with better sleep, especially where intuitive stuff is getting in the way. Like it's almost like the part of us that's connected to spirit and intuition, and the part of us that's more grounded in our basic human needs are almost at odds, and it can become difficult to sleep. But anytime you're challenged with sleep, Amethyst, Labradorite, and Iolite as well. This is another stone that's great for anything having to do with visionary meditation and yeah, so many things. It's a wonderful stone. So let's bring in some Iolite. We usually bring it in near the Labradorite. I'm going to go ahead and bring it in here. There we go. Cardio health, we will bring that in. Citrine, I have a request for. Vincent, welcome in. Martha, I hope you're doing well. Anger, resentment, finding love, we totally got you, Prudence. Brindley, welcome in. Great to see ya. Sarah, welcome back. W, welcome back. Great to see you both. Grace, I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Oh, I love it. What a beautiful Sunday night. Thank you all for being here. Okay, so let's go with success, abundance, wealth, and the specific request for citrine. Citrine is great for all of those things. Let's bring that in. Another very common one here. This one helps us to not only call in financial wealth and abundance, but also to balance intuition with intellect so that we can take in information from both places and make decisions and think accordingly in terms of balance. So let's bring this in. Let's go ahead and bring this in here. Go. Great to have that. Wealth, abundance, luck, success. Okay. Just taking a peek through. Intention is for a great week, happiness and peace. Stepping up to the plate to get the life you want. Loving away your fear, representing your inner child. I love all of that. Anger, resentment, finding love. Protection, absolutely. Constipation, gum, and bone healing. Oh, a friend who's had COVID for 2 weeks and is weak. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. You don't think you have serpentine? Do I sell it? I don't have serpentine in stock, but you know who does is Jennifer Vatsa, because these were a gift from her and her shop. If you look on Etsy for Bella's Botanicals, I believe. And Jennifer, if you're there, if you want to type in anything into the chat. I know our chat doesn't allow URLs for reasons of the larger YouTube sphere. But yeah, I believe it's Belladonna's Botanicals on Etsy. You can go ahead and buy it from her. Awesome. And yeah, let's see. So let's go ahead, and I definitely see bone and gum healing and request for support around bone healing. That's definitely going to be howlite. I have so many pieces of howlite. White howlite can be very helpful for all of those things. Anything having to do with teeth, bones, and hair, as well as anger, resentment, and frustration. This is an incredibly balancing stone, harmonizing stone. It allows us to process those really difficult emotions in a way that's constructive and helpful, where we can understand it without having to kind of shut down to these sorts of feelings. Yeah, absolutely wonderful stone for that. but we're going to bring it in for all of those different pieces, all of those different requests. We're going to go ahead and place this right in the middle with this right on top. I love that. Okay, and for teeth and gums, I'm also going to bring in Aquamarine. This helps all levels of fluids within the body, but specifically the teeth and gums. It can be incredible for healing there. So I'm going to bring this in. Where would I like to bring you? Let's bring you right here. Okay. So Aquamarine. Finding love. Definitely will have that too. And sciatic pain, sacral root chakra. Oh, let me turn up the volume. Sorry. I hope this is a little bit better. I didn't turn it up too much, but I hope that's better. Okay, sciatic pain, sacral root chakra. Yeah, let's do nerve pain. Anything having to do with the nerves. There's a lot of good ones for that. But I'm going to bring in blue kyanite. Excellent for the nerves. Also great for anyone who really resonated with the definition around orange sunstone. This is radical self-acceptance, loving ourselves exactly as we are. Also for those of you working with any kind of intuition, this allows us to better understand the messages that are coming through. So we'll go ahead and bring in some blue kyanite. Yes to finding love. Good to see you, heart. Yep, and we've got weakness. Inviting in love. Let's see. Let's go ahead and bring in a little bit of rutilated quartz. This will help with the friend who is struggling with some long COVID, as well as with Cora Carr's mom who's struggling with some long COVID. This is one that can help not only focus the energy of healing to exactly where it needs to go, it can also help to give us a bit of energy where we feel depleted, especially if that's on the heels of having been ill or injured or surgery, which I know we're supporting Greg and Susan with that. So this can be helpful there. Let's see. It's rutilated. We've also got want to bring in some larimar for a lot of the requests around soul's purpose, stepping up to the plate for things here, for the way you want to go and what you want to do in life. Smooth transitions, new beginnings, a lot of that too. Larimar can really help. This helps you to kind of let go of whatever anyone else wants and really listen to yourself and what is in alignment with your greater spiritual good. It's also one that helps us to let go of ego on a spiritual level, helps us to grow our confidence in our path, especially if you're struggling with, I know what to do, but I'm struggling with actually doing it. This is a great stone for you. So larimar. This comes from the Dominican Republic. It's the only place that on earth that it has been found, at least so far. So we'll go ahead and bring that in. I'm going to bring it in, let's see, here and here. Also want to bring in some smoky quartz as well. Smoky quartz can be helpful. Smoky quartz can be helpful for transmutation, protection, and I feel like this can be very helpful for the things that were requested by violet integration, with feeling protected and safe. This is actually a stone that even back at least to the Middle Ages, we saw this being used to protect the doorways of homes and protect from theft and from break-in and things like that. But this also transmutes energy. So rather than just simply moving it, this helps to actually shift it and change it. So let's bring that in. It's also thought to have a lot to do with Reiki energy and helping us get the most out of our healing. Smooth transitions, new beginnings. Absolutely. Oh, great, Heart. I'm glad that this was helpful. Okay. New beginnings. So many good candidates, but what is really important today? Feel like lapis could be helpful, especially for things like new beginnings. Not only does it help us to, especially like also covering what was requested on part of Vincent for decluttering and things like that. This is one that can help us with honesty, integrity, connecting with other people who are of honesty and integrity, and especially with new beginnings as they connect with career and soul's purpose. So we'll bring in some lapis. Oh, and for all interested parties, yes, I did pick up the foster kittens. They are doing really well. I've had them now for 2 days. I have to give them some more medicine in a bit. They've finally all gotten comfortable enough to come up to me and want to be petted, which is huge for kitties who have only really lived in a tiny little enclosure, a very small enclosure. So yeah, they have full reign of my bathroom, which is just so much space to them. And they are loving toys. If you hear any bells ringing in the background, that would be the kitties. But yeah, they're doing really well. There will be lots of pictures on the social media. So lots of good things. Erica, welcome in. So now we will go ahead to the part of the evening where I will kind of suggest a couple of stones for us that really help solidify and bring together all of the requests that all of you have had. You'll vote on those while I briefly explain what Reiki is, and then we'll get into the healing. The kittens are about 3 months old. So yeah, they are young. So I'm fostering them. They are up for adoption. They do have a little bit more of a ways to go. They're a little bit sick. They have ringworm, so I'm keeping them. I've got them at my little hospital of Danielle for sick kitties, so I will be helping them get all better from that and from their kitty colds, and then getting them spayed, and then they'll be ready for their new homes. So yay. Okay, so I am not tired of all the cleaning yet. So much cleaning. So let me see a couple of crystals and y'all can vote on them. Let's see. Okay, so in alignment with a lot of your requests, everyone, I have the following two. The first would be this beautiful white coral, which I actually picked up along the beach with my grandmother after a storm in Florida. So white coral can help us to embrace our intentions as far as our soul's purpose and be undeterred by anything that comes into our path to distract us or tell us, no, that's not a great idea, that's not the right thing. To really listen to yourself and what's important. So white coral. The other choice, and of course you are not limited to just one vote. The other is flower agate or cherry blossom agate. I've heard it called both. Basically, if you look at it, it looks like so many flowers bursting open and beginning to bloom within it. And that's exactly what it's meant to indicate on a personal level when we work with it. That this is us blooming anew, blooming afresh on our new path forward. This particular stone also has a natural aspect in it called a vug, V-U-G, which can be found in pretty much any stone that exists. This is what happens, this crater here, this is what happens when the stone formed around something that was, over time, broke down and biodegraded and left, yet the stone was still here. So we see within this that it's left a void, and then within that void, there are several new crystals that have started to form. So I feel like that goes for letting certain things go on their merry way and then beginning to grow and blossom where we may have had, in a sense, a wound or a lack. So I love the idea of it. So flower blossom agate or cherry blossom agate, whatever you want to call it, and white coral. Go ahead and vote on which one you think would be the best one. If you haven't already liked the stream, please consider doing so. And I will be right back after explaining what Reiki is all about. So for those of you who are new, welcome in. You can always learn more about me, my online Reiki classes, social media, Discord, crystal shop, all that good stuff by clicking the description. It's all down there. And really the most important thing is just that you're here. Thank you for being here. So the style of Reiki that I work with the most is known as Usui Reiki. And this is named after the founder of this particular method or style, which was created in early 1920s Japan. However, practices of working with this energy have existed for probably since the beginning of humanity, and the energy itself has existed probably since the beginning of time. The concept that we see coming through Usui's method, being that it's from Japan, if we really think of it, it's kind of based in Japanese indigenous spirituality known as Shintoism, in which everything has a soul and everything is inextricably linked and interconnected. The things that we do, the causes that we make, connect outside of us and have a ripple effect, and outside impacts from different people, places, things have an impact upon ourselves. This particular energy, Reiki, or spiritually guided life energy, for the best Western definition of what that means, is an energy that we all have access to, is flowing through all of us right now. Your body, mind, and spirit are very familiar with this energy and use it all the time to help support balance on the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and karmic levels. So much like we're made of water and we don't really think about that, and water is necessary for every single process basically that we do. We just know to drink water all day long, and we don't have to consciously think of all the things that water does within our body. Very similar in the concept of Reiki energy. It's always there, it's abundant, it's flowing through us, and it's so important that we, on a very subtle level, we don't have to consciously think about what it applies to, and we don't even have to know that it has existed in order for us to be here. Essentially, what I'll be doing this evening is connecting to this energy that, again, everybody has access to, and directing more of it to you. So your body, mind, and spirit can use this abundance to support greater healing on all levels. The healing that you'll experience is really self-dictated. It will support you in the ways that you most need it today. And at any point in time, you can always set an intention that the healing go to a particular thing or things. You may feel things physically in your body, in your emotions. You may experience things spiritually. You may have your inner knowingness and your subconscious speak to you. You may get some intuitions. You can get a whole combination of these things. Every session is a little bit different. And the cool thing about Reiki, well, one of them, is that because it interconnects all of us all the time, basically by connecting to it and sending it to you, directing more of it to you, since we're all interconnected, it doesn't matter where you are in terms of miles and kilometers from me, and it doesn't matter where you are in terms of time. So whenever you happen to be stumbling across this, hello from the past, you can go ahead and enjoy this healing just the same. I encourage you to just go ahead and get as physically comfortable as you feel you can. You can sit up, lie down, you can close your eyes, you can take a little nap, you can just sort of enjoy the ambiance of wherever you happen to be. You don't have to close your eyes. You can enjoy this by itself or along with some yoga stretches, journaling, artistic expression, music, whatever feels right to you. As I'm sending, I'll be quiet and I'll turn the music up. I will also turn the lights down. You'll notice the lights moving slowly and gently through several different colors, but at no point will it flash or strobe, so you are good there. After 25 minutes of sending this healing to you, you'll hear my voice come back in, encouraging you to take a deep breath in and out, slowly coming back to your body. And at that point, I'll reopen the chat. You can go ahead and ask any questions that you have. You can share any experiences that were meaningful to you if you feel so inclined. If you have questions outside of this live healing, go ahead and use the chat or reach out to me through social media or Discord, and I will be so happy to help you there. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this opportunity in Reiki. I so love being of service, and it's wonderful to have you here whenever and wherever you happen to be enjoying it. So let's go ahead back to the stream and see what everyone wanted added to the grid, and then we'll just drop into the healing. So let's see. There's a better view of our grid. Oh, thank you. Oh, Erica, you found a really old Reiki book yesterday, turning so much info into Reiki. Yeah, I'm so glad you found a book. There's so much information about Reiki that's out there. I'm almost done with my recommended reading guide about Reiki, which will be available to all of you soon. But yeah, read the Reiki books, and all the things that resonate with you are the most important things. So let's see what one. Oh, it's both. That never happens, except that it always happens. Okay, so everybody, you know the drill. Go ahead, get cozy. I will be sending healing to you for 25 minutes. Let's see how we're going to bring these in. Let's go ahead and put this one here. And this one here. Yeah, this one here. Very different than how we normally do it, but I think it's fun. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, so go ahead, get nice and comfy. I'm going to bring that music up, turn those lights down. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on the other side of the healing. invite you to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to the space that you're in. Thank you so much for being here. Nicole, absolutely. I'm just going to step away for a quick moment. I heard the kittens getting into some mischief. I will be back in about 30 seconds. So if you have any questions or anything you want to share, go right ahead. I will be right back. All is good. You're so welcome, Sarah. You're so welcome, everyone. Yep, the kittens are about 3 months old. They're a little under the weather. I'm taking care of some kittens that would otherwise be very, very quarantined. They have ringworm, so I am doing the whole I have to glove and change outfit every time I go in. I'm like, you can see this much of me when I go in to my bathroom. And very clean. I have to treat them medically twice a week with stuff that's very, very stinky and all of that. But they definitely are so worth every bit of effort. They are very special kitties indeed. Their names are Dottie, Gertie, and Hattie. I did not name them, but Hattie happens to be my grandmother's name. Yeah. But yeah, there's 3 of them. Dottie, Gertie, and Hattie. Oh, I have PPE, absolutely. So much PPE. There's a whole medical decontamination unit right in my hallway in front of my bathroom. I would absolutely take ringworm over fleas any day. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep, and I have I'm washing, scalp to toes in antifungal soap just as an extra precaution, and yep. Cool. If I happen to see you, Violet Integration, I'll take more PPE. Why not? You're so welcome. I'm so glad to have all of you here. Happy new moon, everyone. I hope you had a beautiful healing session. Thank you all for being a part of this lovely healing grid. Communal chi is one of the aspects at play here. The more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the healing potential is magnified, the greater the energetic potential is magnified. So all of you contributed, whether you're here in person or not. Yeah, Martha, I hope you're all ready for the possibility of the storm. I know you're on the opposite coast of hurricane. I believe it's Ian coming in. But did think about you. You're so welcome, W. It was great to see you. And also, oh goodness, Fiad Luna, who also has her own Reiki channel on here. She also works at the same shelter system, Paws, in Philadelphia. And she was actually there when I was picking up the kittens. She popped her head out and was like, hey, thanks for taking them. So it worked out really well. Yeah, you're totally welcome. Yeah, definitely. And as always, I will pop on with additional streams in addition to the 5 I do weekly. I do occasionally pop on when there's like an event or some astrological movements that really kind of ask me to pop on and send a little bit of extra healing. So if you want to know about those, go ahead and subscribe with the notifications on. Serpentine is for help with calcium and magnesium absorption, which is what I use it for. Also great for diabetes, hypoglycemia, pre-diabetic, any of that kind of stuff. Muscle weakness, as well as rashes, eczema. Some folks use it for trance meditation. So any kind of visionary meditation where you do, like, whether it's journeying or you're attempting to see or experience connection with your guides or your ancestors, it can help with that. It's also thought to be helpful for things like dementia. I've not used it for that though. Yeah, but that's serpentine. And Belladonna's Botanicals on Etsy is Jennifer Vatsa's crystal shop, and I believe she has serpentine in stock. The serpentine we have is from her. Yeah, so I hope that helps. Good to see you, Karen. It's wonderful to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And Grace, thank you for being here. Thank you everyone for being here. Oh, good. Jennifer, you do have it in stock. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Ooh, you're having a sale too? Oh, good. I'm also having a sale in my crystal shop that ends the end of this week. It's my 14-year anniversary sale, 14 years since I started teaching my very first class in West Philly. So go ahead and head over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com/shop. You can use the coupon code 14years, 14 years with an S. Ooh. Oh, and a new crystal grid. That sounds awesome. But yeah, there's lots of Jennifer's local, I'm local. Happy to support each other. It's the Philly way. And the Reiki way. Also coming out later this week, keep an eye out for my tarot readings for all 12 signs. That will be definitely coming out later this week. If you're subscribed, you will know about those when they are up. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and send an abundance of love and gratitude to everyone in the path of the hurricane. Absolutely happy Jewish New Year to all. Thank you for the reminder, heart. I will be back Wednesday, 4 p.m., Thursday, 8 a.m., Friday 4 and 8 p.m., and Sundays 8 p.m. every week. All of those times are East Coast US. I hope all of you have an amazing week ahead, and I hope all of you have a beautiful new moon. Thank you so much for being here. As always, it is an honor and a pleasure, and I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Thanks again. Have a beautiful rest of your evening, and don't forget to take care of yourselves. Bye for now.